Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and this video deals with astrology and dreams. What happens when certain planets transit through certain signs? Do we have more precognitive dreams? What happens when a particular planet transits a particular house in your natal chart? What's going on with the story in your progress chart with the aspects and the dispositions? What is it linked to dreams? And I have wondered and pondered and wondered and pondered and did tons of study while I was doing charts for clients, and I came across a few pointers that I want to share with you. First and foremost, you must understand that astrology is a bit of magic, and astrology is a bit of science, and astrology is a bit of art, and astrology is spiritual as well as material. So the science or the art of astrology actually encompasses life in many facets. So astrology is not just pure science, okay? It's not just calculating the planets in particular signs from a geocentric point of view. It's so much more than that. It's profound. And the divide between astronomy and astrology came from a Newtonian perspective. Before that, astrologers were astronomers. Newton was into alchemy and he was trying to make lead into gold. So was Copernicus and many other old time hoary ancient astronomers. They were all astrologers. But with the with the change of perspective during Newton, and everything must be based on empirical observation, astrology broke away from astronomy. And astronomy is what's dominant in this in the material reality today, because it literally calculates the planets and looks at the planets up above and just studies the physical paradigm, but doesn't look at the meaning or how it affects humans here on earth. Astronomy is not concerned, but astrology is a symbolic language. If you know how to read the stars, they speak a certain language, and you can speak to them if you know that language, and you can learn that language. But it's not purely left brain thinking or purely creative. It is an amalgamation of both these energies. So astrology is a bit of mysticism, a bit of magic, a bit of rational thought, a bit of mathematics and calculation. It's all fused into one, okay? And of course, we cannot forget the dash of synchronicity and stir the pot, and we have the magical tool of astrology. Now, think of this magical part that I just spoke about. Think of all the planets up above and the names they have, and how they have the names of certain Greek and Roman gods or Vedic gods. And it's interesting to see how these names that were assigned to these planets, how they play out their archetypes in the human realm. We know the Jungian archetype is an imprint of the human psyche. And no matter where we are, archetypes appear the same. Death, childbirth, old age, pain, sorrow, love, copulation, all of this, okay? So when we understand that there's a certain mythology associated with the planets, and then we really study astrology and we see how it syncs up, how synchronistic it is, these mythological archetypes, how they play out in our world. If you study astrology, you know this, and you, like me, I'm sure you were dumbfounded like I was. Think of Neptune. Neptune was the first planet that was not observed empirically. It was intuited. And what is the energy signature of Neptune? Intuition, imagination. So because of the certain planetary bodies and the way they were behaving, Neptune was intuited. Okay, scientists realize that there is a planet after Uranus. Okay, and we discovered the gas giant. So that is how Neptune was made itself evident to us, exposed itself through intuition. Okay, and all these intuitions are not random, they come from the Akashic field. All these archetypes are present in the Akashic fields, the mythologies that are linked to the planetary archetypes, and how they sync up to give us the map of the human drama. I think this is the magic of astrology, and nobody can quite explain how this happens. Okay, so astrology is a tool that integrates left and right hemispheres of the brain. I told you that. Okay, you cannot only deal with left or right. It is a tool that harmonizes the left and the right, like almost like psychedelics, right? And when you think of dreams, what planets do you think of? Well, I think of the moon, of course. Lunar cycle is my menstruation cycle. Neptune, of course, ruler of Pisces, led us to himself through intuition. Varuna, as Neptune is known. And Mercury. Mercury is the psychopomp who brings us messages through the bridge called Antahkarana. So Mercury is a trickster because oftentimes the messages get distorted like Chinese whispers. Okay. So Mercury is the psychopomp and the spirit messenger. And if you have a Gemini or a Virgo ascendant, then Mercury is very strong in your energy signature. Especially look at me. I have my ascendant in Virgo. My 10th house is Gemini, which is mercurial. So the work I do is mercurial: writing, talking, explaining, teaching. I have a Jupiter in the 11th, exalted Jupiter in Cancer in the 11th. So, I'm an empathic, compassionate teacher, almost like a mom figure. So how these archetypes always play out to perfection. If that is not magic, then what is? So when you look at dreams, you have to look at Mercury and all the aspects it is making in the skies above, okay? And imagine if Mercury, transiting Mercury, passes over your sun, okay? And then you can have a crazy dream about your father. Sun is also the father. Sun is your vitality, your leadership skills, the way you shine in the world. This is also your father. And I had Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Yeah, during the inferior conjunction, I had a crazy dream about my father. So that is something to think about. Mercury over Venus can have all these twin flame synchronicities. And throw the moon in, and make a triple conjunction. And you have a triple pate burger of crazy twin flame synchronicity. And lovers, it could also be money, because Mercury on Venus could mean money. Communication about money and resources would be whole deal. Think of what houses Taurus and Libra fall for you. If it's your second house of income like me, then yeah, something prophetic about income, right? Now, imagine if you have Mercury over Venus as well. You can see yourself, visualize yourself as a new emanation of Venus. For instance, you can change your personality, or the way you look. The moon on Venus can have this influence where you want to change the way you look, or you've seen yourself in a dream where you look different. That's happened to me. Mercury on natal Pluto can be quite interesting, because I've got very many different types of readings when it came to this particular transit, because Pluto, you can't make sense of Pluto. Neptune, Pluto have such huge orbits. Neptune Pluto return almost never happens for any human, because we don't live that long, so we never understand the true karma of Pluto or Neptune. So Mercury and Pluto can have you, pull forth all the symbols that are hidden in your unconscious, work that you don't want to do. Pluto's power. So, dreams about power, or somebody controlling you, or even death in some cases. Moon and Pluto. Dreams about death. Dreams about somebody dying. Right? Now, of Mercury and Saturn, you can have any kind of ancestral precognition, because ancestors are Saturn. So they can communicate if, Mercury falls on Saturn, transiting Mercury falls on your natal Saturn, your progress Saturn. Mercury and Jupiter could mean travel dreams, travel dreams, adventure dreams, and precognitive dreams about places you've never been to, and you go there and you're like, okay, I know this place. I've been here before. It happened to me. I've walked in and I've known everything in the house, in that room, in that place. It's that crazy. Mercury on Uranus definitely dreams of freedom, dreams of breaking away from the status quo, dreams of saying whatever you need to say. Mercury is also saying it loud, so saying what you need to say. Tech-related dreams, very vivid. Uranian dreams are very vivid, okay? They are very vivid and also abstract. Even Neptune is abstract, but Uranian abstraction is a different type of abstraction. As you work more more with the planets by meditating on them, their energies will be revealed to you. That's what I do in my work with astrology. I meditate on the planets, listen to their vibration, invoke them, write about them, feel them. Okay, so now Mercury, remember Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So there's always a real vivid spirit communication coming through with Mercury and Uranus aspects. The changes, tons of changes in those dreams, dreams of change, precognitive dreams of change. Mercury and Neptune is all about the imagination being lit on fire. Okay, you can travel to other worlds, other dimensions, other realities, other beings. You can communicate with fairies and gnomes and light beings and whatnot. Mercury and Chiron is very interesting, because this is where we've been wounded, and how we can communicate about our wounding, or how we may find solution. Mercury is also solution, okay, about our wounding. Now, any planet touching Rahu or Ketu, okay, any planet, the interaction of these planets is heavily fated. It's not from this life. So in a composite chart, if you have North Node and South Node aspects between two people, that means they're very fated. South Node and Sun means they've known each other in many other lifetimes, probably. But remember, Ketu always subtracts. So, precognitive dreams, I think Moon, Neptune, and Mercury. 3 of these in your natal chart. Look at your progress chart, look at transits, look at dispositions, look at the drama that Mercury, the Moon, and Neptune are piecing together in your astrological vibe. And then you will understand that those particular dreams with those aspects, they are precognitive, and they give you hints, they give you intuitive nudges. So I hope you like that video as much as I like making it for you. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think. Thank you.